Thank you very much, Mr. Vice Chairman. Sir, I can never forget the day of 11th July 2023. I was at that point living in Kolkata, having spent about 6 months in jail in a politically motivated case where I was imprisoned in Gujarat on the grand charge of money laundering 500 rupees. It had been 2 months, just 2 months since I had been released from jail. I was released in May, and this was about July. On that evening of 11th July, sir, I suddenly got a call from my leader, Abhishek Banerjee, at 10 p.m., where he told me, Saket, our party would like to see you in the Rajya Sabha. Wish you the best of luck, and we expect that you give your best. So this is not a call that an average person can ever expect to get. For a young 36-year-old man with no political background, who grew up in a 450 square foot, one-bedroom house, I'd never imagined this even in my dreams. So growing up in the middle class, we are taught early that dreams should be the same size as our modest houses. You dream as big as your house is, sir. Where we come from, sir, in the middle class, we're always told politics is not for people like us. So which is why I want to start by expressing the deepest gratitude to my leaders Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, who showed me that there is indeed a place in politics for young people, no matter where you come from, as long as you're prepared to give your 100% in the service of the nation and our people. I'm extremely proud today to say that I belong to a party where the only criteria that matters are your merit and performance and not your family background. So I was extremely fortunate to take my oath in the old Parliament building. In every moment I spent there, I could feel the spirits of our nation's founders reminding me of the immense responsibility that I'd been entrusted with. I've spent numerous moments sitting quietly in the Central Hall and being in awe of the values and struggles that our great nation and its constitution have been founded upon. So I count myself immensely fortunate that, albeit for a brief period, I shared the membership of this august house with former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. As a journalist, I had a brief encounter with him in 2011 in Kuala Lumpur, where he made a passing remark saying, we need more Indians living abroad to come back to India and serve the nation. I never thought that Providence would work in such a mysterious way and give me the privilege 12 years later to work in the same room as him. Dr. Singh's life and his work will forever inspire generations of young Indians just like it did for me. So I've also had the immense pleasure of serving in this house with not one, but two Congress presidents, Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji and Honorable Mr. Kharge ji. So both these leaders have showered an immense amount of love and kindness upon me, and I'm very grateful for that. So there are several honorable members from whom I've learnt a great deal during my tenure in the House. I don't want to talk about myself, sir. For me, what is important is what have I learnt during my tenure here. So foremost, from my party leader, Derek O'Brien, I learned how to be an effective parliamentarian by watching his interventions that have always left a powerful mark in this House. He has been my mentor, who has taught me almost everything that I know today. I know about politics as well as about life because of his contribution in my life. One lifetime will not be enough to thank him, sir. So from my colleagues in the DMK, I learned the importance of cherishing my language and my heritage, sir. I've been fortunate enough to serve on a JPC also with Honorable Member Mr. P. Wilson, and I've drawn upon his immense legal wisdom. So when I first entered this house, I was a raw young man with very little knowledge of how to conduct myself in Parliament. I will forever be grateful to Srimati Jaya Bachchan ji, who very gently scolded me once and told me to focus on my strengths and make positive contributions. Today, sir, I only hope that I managed to make her proud. So I share a very unique bond with two senior members of this house, sir, Mr. Sanjay Singh and Mr. Sanjay Raut, because we have all had the honor of spending time in jail for fighting for what we believe in. Sanjay Singh and Sanjay Raut are probably two of the bravest men that I met in my life. From these two honorable colleagues, sir, I learned how to get rid of fear, to dust myself after a setback, and to keep fighting with all my might. So from my colleagues in the CPM, John Brittas, I learned how humor can be a powerful tool when combined with passion. Every day, I'm amazed at his ability to disarm his opponents with his wit and his banter. So I'll forever be grateful to this House for giving me a colleague, a friend, and a confidante like Priyanka Chaturvedi, who has been one of my biggest sources of support and encouragement. As we both retire from this House at the same time, I'm very lucky that this House has given me a friend for life. Sir, I've been very privileged to sit in this House and observe the interventions of some of India's greatest legal luminaries, like Mr. Kapil Sibal, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Mr. Vivek Tanka, and several others. So someday when the history of our present times is written, the names of these honorable jurists will be written in golden words for everything they've done in our country today to protect fundamental rights. So I've been lucky to first-hand experience a masterclass in economics in this House every time our former Finance Minister, P. Chidambaram, has made an intervention. A 30-minute speech by Mr. Chidambaram teaches us a lot more about economics than any textbook can. Sir, I want to thank the Honourable Leader of the House, Shri J.P. Nadda, for all the kindness he has shown me as a young first-time MP during my tenure. His politeness and grace is something that every parliamentarian should imbibe. So despite our political and ideological differences, I've been privileged to have some deeply meaningful interactions with my colleagues from the Treasury benches, sir. It's a very sad reality of the times today that if I mention their names, they will get into trouble with their leadership, so I'm not going to do that. All I wish to say, sir, therefore, is that I'm grateful for all the positive interactions I've had with my colleagues from the BJP and other parties at the Treasury benches. They know who they are, and I've been very fortunate to spend time with them. So most of all, sir, I'm very, very, very grateful to have served with the finest MPs who are my fellow colleagues from the second largest opposition party, the All India Trinamool Congress. So we are a party that epitomizes teamwork, and each and every colleague of mine has taught me some very valuable lessons that have shaped me not only as an MP but as a person. My colleagues in Trinamool have always supported me and have had my back. We are famous, sir, in this House. No matter how many Trinamool MPs are there, when one is speaking, everybody will sit together. That is the power of Team Trinamool, sir. There are no words that can do justice to the immense privilege I've had to serve with each and every member of Team AITC. Sir, I also wish to thank a former chairman, Jagdeep Dhankar, who I admit gave me numerous opportunities during supplementary questions. He also, outside in the lobby several times, encouraged me to ask sharp, pointed and meaningful questions, and that's when I started really participating in Question Hour. I also wish to thank our current chairman, sir, for the immense changes his guidance has brought to this House, when honourable members today get an adequate amount of time to make their interventions. The productivity of our House has sharply increased thanks to the way the current chairman conducts the proceedings. Sir, I do not have any words of wisdom today on how our parliament functions or should function, because much has been said about it over the years. Deep down, I know that this government is also extremely aware of how they've undermined and destroyed the prestige of this House with their actions. All I wish to say, sir, is power comes and power goes. The Rajya Sabha is a great microcosm of our nation, sir, because while members might come and go, this House, as we say, is perpetual. Therefore, I only wish that this House continues to be driven by the values of humility, cooperation and grace. So in conclusion, I wish to profoundly thank the people of my state, West Bengal, for adopting this young guy from Maharashtra and sending him to the Rajya Sabha. I leave today only with the hope that I managed to live up to their expectations, and as well as those of the people of India. I will continue to serve our nation in every way possible, even outside this House, as a dedicated soldier of Trinamool Congress, and do everything to fight for the rights and justice of our people, sir. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bangla.
Thank you.